Hello. Hello. Well, guys, I hope today you're having a wonderful day. It is Wednesday here, and it is 8:44. Hello, Cece. How are you? This is another shirt. I can't even zip it up all the way, so it's good. Can't really see what's really going on with it. You would be like, take that off. Good. I'm glad to hear that. We're going to be talking about Candace and Meghan Markle. We're going to roll back in time on some stuff that she's done. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like I said, I can't even zip it. And the zipper's on the side. So just imagine. Yeah, it will. It will. It will. One day it will. Right now, it's tight as can be. It's cutting off my blood circulation. Hello, Marine, west of Scotland. How cool is that? Scotland in the house. Scotland in the house. Yeah, this is really scary. But when I do be able to fit it, it's going to be a really cute shirt. It's really going to be cute. Got my coffee from Starbucks. It is so yummy. It's creamy. Wow. I say we get started. I want to bring up the Candace Owens situation. AT2 was on my channel last night. We were having a little chit chat, and I told him, I said, it's going to be pissed off at you because you're on my platform, and she's going to get real jealous and put you on her thumbnail. And sure enough, that's what she did. She's putting AT2 as a thumbnail today to talk about him, and he's done nothing to her. He's done nothing to her. Just agreed about her personality, which is true, but she has him on her thumbnail. And now is planning on talking bad about him. It doesn't pay for people to come on my platform, especially when I'm talking about it. If I'm talking about Sardinia, it's not a good look because she likes to go after people that I like in this sector. She's going to attack them. She's going to go after them. She's going to bully them. She's going to harass them. She's going to do stupid stuff because she knows she can't fight fair. So she fights below the belt by doxing. and striking people. But here's the kicker. She gets pissed off, highly upset with those that come on my panel. Pissed off. Let me heat my coffee up. It's not that hot. I like it hot. I think this is one of the best cup of coffees I've ever had. I know, Cece. She doesn't get it. She doesn't get it that people are not talking about using soap or not. They are saying she is just funky. She is, with an odor. She carries the odor with her. And nobody, she doesn't need to tell us about what she does in the bathroom or if she's using soap or not. Just keep it to yourself. Keep your thesis about what you do in the bathroom to yourself. No one cares. It's actually embarrassing to listen to you talk about it. And still, don't ever talk about the shower part of it. Getting in there, getting it clean. It must be really stanky down there in Sardine Land. Yeah, who wants to think about that? We can see the green mist that surrounds her, that green dust. What's that little boy on Charlie Brown that has this little brown stuff following him all the time? So Walmart is picking up a return I got. I didn't know they do that. And I'm glad because I didn't order that. And when you order something, then they bring you a substitute. I'm like, I don't want this. This is not what I ordered. And so normally you have to go to the store and exchange it, but they're going to pick it up. Hello, Marine. Girl, if somebody said to you, Sardinia, you can see the green mist of dirt that's surrounding you. Wow, that's funny. Sardinia is like a antibiotic resistance infection that refuses to go away. Antibiotic. Green dust. Lunas. That's his name, Lunas. The little guy on Charlie Brown that has a little dirt pile next to him. That's her. I wonder, can we bring him up? Lunas. It's not Lunas. It's the dirty one. Lunas has the blanket. The dirty. What's his name? Spell it. Oh, that's what they said it was. Linus. Sorry about that. He's not coming up. Okay, let me go back. Linus. Sorry about that, CC. Let's see if I can pull him up. It keeps bringing the guy with the blue blanket up. But it's the one that's dirty, the little dirty boy. Yeah, he's got dirt following him. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Lizzie. It's a pig pen. Pig pen. Is it pig pen? Okay. Thank you, CC. Thanks for covering this stuff. Thank you, Marco. Nice picture. Pig pen. That's his name. Okay, let me go back and pull him up. There he goes. This is Maggot. This is her. Let me show you guys. Pigpen. What a name. What a name. It suits him. This is Maggot. This is you, girl. You got a whole ring around yourself. Look at that. A whole ring around yourself. A whole dust ball. Ah. Oink, oink. Hello, Demon Dictator. Thank you for that link. I'm going to play it in just a sec about Candace Owens. This is what Maggot looks like. Sardinia. She looks like she's got this green cloud around her. This is her without the wig. What is that you got in your hand? There you go, Dust Buddy. There you go.
It's Lady Letitia. Letitia. Lady Letitia. Lady Letitia.
Let me see if I can put it on my thumbnail.
Lady Letitia. Letitia. Lady Letitia. Lady Letitia.
Okay, I have to upload it when I'm done. But that's her. That's what we believe that's going on with her. She's got this funky debris around herself. That's Sardinia without the wig. That picture with the dog smothered with the fog. Okay, let me go check that one out.
It's Lady Letitia. Letitia.
Oh, this one right here.
Letitia. Lady Letitia.
Can y'all see that? Let me make sure you guys can see it. Hold on, I hit a button.
It's Lady Letitia. Letitia.
There. That's her and Loki. That's her and her dog.
Lady Letitia.
Poor Loki.
Lady Letitia.
Save Loki. Save Loki.
Letitia.
Oh, okay, Lizzie. Have a wonderful nap, okay? Her coffin's in the corner. Mm. Yeah, that's Loki in the stank fog. Okay, Cece, your comment is so far the comment of the day. Cece, your comment so far is the comment of the day. That's Loki in the stank fog. Animal control needs to rescue Loki. Loki! Loki! Like Dani Robinson said, blink twice if you need help. Blink.
Lady Letitia. It's Lady Letitia.
Look at Sardinia and her puppy Loki and all her funk. Just smelly. Justice for Loki. Blink twice, Loki. Blink twice. Tell us if you're okay, Loki. Whoa, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it.
Lady Letitia. It's Lady Letitia.
All right.
Lady Letitia.
Oh, it's out there on the porch. Okay, I want to go to. Oh, wait, I got a note from Dani.
It's Lady Letitia. Letitia.
I have to be careful.
Lady Letitia. It's Lady Letitia.
Hello.
Letitia.
Letitia.
Lady Letitia.
Are you from Walmart? Okay, that's
Lady Letitia.
the label. Okay, look on the bottle. See if it has a code. Because I wouldn't have it. Like, I don't have a return. You think it's on my phone? A barcode? Let me try to look.
Lady Letitia. It's Lady Letitia.
Let's see. Walmart.
Lady Letitia. Lady Letitia. It's Lady Letitia. Letitia. Lady Letitia. Lady Letitia.
That's okay.
It's Lady Letitia.
My email address?
Letitia. Lady Letitia. Lady Letitia. It's Lady Letitia. Letitia. Lady Letitia. Lady Letitia. It's Lady Letitia. Letitia. Lady Letitia.
Okay. But it's the code. That was my first time. Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. He needed a whole code. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's go back to my email. I was looking for. Okay.
It's Lady Letitia.
is my...
Lady Letitia. It's Lady Letitia. Letitia.
All right, guys, we're going to watch this.
Lady Letitia.
Oh, remember this? It's got a wig. It's got a wig and a bow on top of his head.
It's Lady Letitia. Letitia. Lady Letitia. Lady Letitia.
You gotta be careful with my outfit, because this, it ain't right. Okay, let's go back here. We're gonna be talking about Candace.
Welcome to another episode of the podcast. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this Candace Owens lawsuit, the Macrons suing her, and whether or not they're going to win. And honestly, at least as I look at it,
I know
they have a really long road to try and win. Let's take it it's going to be a couple of different episodes, a couple of different parts as we move through things. But let's go back to the beginning. So on May 14th, 2017, Emmanuel Macron came to power in France. A year earlier, the 39-year-old was completely unknown to the public. A media blitzkrieg was waged to sell the French on the couple he formed with Brigitte, an attractive teacher he had seduced when he was 17 and she 36. But the chronology didn't add up, and the story was rewritten many times until the admission that when he met Brigitte, Emmanuel Macron was 14, and Brigitte's past remained inaccessible, as if she were someone other than who she claimed to be, a mysterious individual who had become Brigitte. Now that's from the back cover of Becoming Brigitte. But how likely are the French first couple to prevail in a defamation lawsuit? Well, the standard of proof in American courts, especially for people as famous as they are, is very high. The Macrons are going to have to prove that Candace acted with actual malice. Basically, what that means is that she had to know that what she was saying was false and said it anyway, or that she acted with reckless disregard for whether it was true or not and just said it anyway. Now, the Macrons, according to their lawsuit, sent her 3 separate retraction demands, explicitly stating that her claims were false, and included evidence such as birth records and marriage records and photographs.
Is that her? Wow, she looked different. If that is her, put a 1 in the chat if that's her. On the left, on this side. Who was that? I like the way he's telling the story. Yes. Hello, Rick. Candace Owens, who thinks she's an authority on every subject, is nothing but a Meghan Markle doppelganger. I agree, Rick, 100%. 100%. Hello, Michelle. Good morning, my lady. How's everybody? What's a surprise to see that you're live this early. I just came back inside from early garden work. Now enjoying a coffee. Bird's name. Oh, good for you, Michelle. I know that's not Candace, but is that Brigitte? Brigitte? Is it Brigitte? Hello, Kamari. Oh, that's not her.
Courts, especially for people as famous as they are, is very high. The Macrons are going to have to prove that Candace acted with actual malice. Basically, what that means is that she had to know that what she was saying was false and said it anyway, or that she acted with reckless disregard for whether it was true or not.
Of this woman, if it's not her, if it's not Bridget. Embarrassed herself on Christmas, asking Trump to put her on his ticket the first time he ran. Yeah, that's that stupid stuff. That's that stupid stuff. Look at her lips. Look at her mouth. That ain't her. Who is it then? Some ghost? Oh.
And just said it anyway. Now, the Macrons, according to their lawsuit, sent her 3 separate retraction demands, explicitly stating that her claims were false, and included evidence such as birth records and marriage records and photographs, and they've asked for a jury trial and unspecified damages. I just can't see them going through that. All of the things. And I want you to kind of think about it like this. This is a federal lawsuit. We have like Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, that kind of situation. So is a sitting French president going to sit for a deposition? Is his wife going to sit for a deposition?
Obviously.
I don't think so. I think this is a scare tactic.
What are they going to do? Drop the charges? She's not scared. Candace isn't scared of you guys. If anything, this has emboldened her more and made her stronger. I like this guy. It made her do crazier things. To like, she's become talking about this all the time now. Talking about if Bridget just goes out and just show us who she is, show us some pictures, take a DNA test and all this other stuff, all up in her business. And it's nothing to do with Candace. It's interesting that she thinks she deserves an answer. No, you don't deserve an answer. Come on, guys, get those likes up. Candace feels like she's entitled to something. Who the hell do you think you are? You are nobody. ChatGPT image. She got insulted when Trump did downgrade her on the golf course with his friends. That's what she get. Okay, Snowdrop. I'm not a Candace fan. I just recall her hating on the little black people, us, and then talking about us really bad. And then now she wants to be our friend. I don't think so. You don't want to be your friend, you traitor. And she's not really even a traitor. All she had to do was include us. I remember one time she said that it was black people that keep complaining about different things that happened to us in the past. Like, we can, it was just weird. I don't like her. Get off, Candace. You might as well get ready for part 2. She's starting in 2 weeks. Go, Candace. You mean the court case starts in 2 weeks. I wonder if it's going to be live. Even if it's not, we're going to be following it to a T, of course. I don't think Candace is going to win this one, LaTanya. You think? Black people suck. We need to be and do better. Black people suck. LaTanya, are you okay? I don't know about you, but I don't suck. I got it going on as a Black woman. And I believe the rest of us that's Black in here probably thinks the same way too. So saying that we suck is not cool at all. Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. You suck. I don't suck. We need to do better. No. Who is she to tell us what we need to do? Oh, her second part. I'm not watching that. I'm not watching Candace make a fool out of herself. I don't really care what she has to say about Bridget, because the thing is that there's only so much information that is out there. How is she making another series? She's milking this thing for everything she's got. She better be preparing for court. So this gentleman thinks that, wait a minute, hold up, stop the press. Have you seen Black cities? What are you talking about? What Black cities? What's wrong with our Black cities? I read, of course there's scum in every race. There's PDF files in every race, so you know there's going to be scum there. But to put us in a... Bridget is a man, Candace will win. It would be shocking if she did win, wouldn't it be? It would be very shocking. But I really do think that Candace is milking this thing. Memphis, Chicago, St. Louis crime. We kill each other every day, all day. I know. Thank you, honey. It's very offensive to put us in a bracket. My mom used to live in Memphis. She's not some hoodlum. My aunt used to live in Chicago. She's not some hoodlum. My father was raised in St. Louis. There's crime everywhere. And there's good places in Memphis, in Chicago, and St. Louis. It's not you're this devastating place. I think putting us in a bracket is not fair. And to say that Black people only have crime going on is... Yes! No, you can't put us in those brackets. Don't put us in a bracket. No. And that's what Candace was doing. Putting us in this bracket. I say we move on from that subject, LaTanya, because we're not going to agree on that. To put people in a bracket. I'm not in denial. Of course, there's crime in those cities that you mentioned. There's crimes where I live. There's crime everywhere. And there is more crime than some in some places. But to put people in a bracket is not fair. We need to do better. It's very ignorant. Exactly. Exactly. You can't put us in a bracket, our race in a bracket. There are statistics that we have Black on Black crime. That is true. Oh yeah, you already know that. Oh yeah, she's a Trump. She likes Trump. I agree, Michelle. There's crime everywhere, in every race. Okay, let's continue.
Now, Candace Owens has remained defiant, claiming to her nearly 4.5 million YouTube subscribers that the Macrons are trying to silence her. That seems true, and that their lawsuit is proof that her allegations are correct. She said, "I'm fully prepared to take on this battle on behalf of the entire world." And she said, "I'll see you."
The Brigitte, them have nothing to lose. Candace has everything to lose. If she loses this, she may have to pay them millions of dollars that she does not have. And this is a defamation case. Did she defame them? Hell yeah, she did. She called Brigitte a man and she's a woman. Who wouldn't be upset about that?
In court. Now, if you look at the actual complaint, I'm going to read some parts of it, where it says, "Plaintiff Emmanuel Macron is a French citizen. President Macron has been the president of France since 2017. Prior to being elected, President Macron served as Minister of Economics, Industry, and Digital Affairs and Deputy Secretary General to the President. And then he married Brigitte Macron in 2007. It's all well and good. It doesn't really mean anything. But did you notice that it does not say when Macron was born? This is paragraph 8. So this is like right into it. They do not say the year that Macron was born. They just say the year that he became president. But the very next paragraph, they say plaintiff Brigitte Macron is a French citizen, the spouse of the current president of France, and a woman. She was born Brigitte Trogneux in Amiens, France on April 13th, 1953. Well, how come they didn't say in the paragraph before what year Emmanuel Macron was born?
Because they don't
want to talk about it. They just let it be. She is the youngest of 6 children. She gave birth to 3 children from her first marriage to André Louis Alzier. Mrs. Macron is a former teacher. In 2007, she married Emmanuel Macron. Notice that they don't talk about the fact that she cheated on her husband with Macron, or the fact that Macron was super underage, because even though they put her birthday in paragraph 9, they did not put his. Then they said non-party Jean-Michel Trogneux is the older brother of Brigitte, and that he was born on February 11, 1945, still lives there today. And then there's another paragraph, which is very interesting. It says non-party Xavier Poussard is an investigative journalist and editor of La Lettre de Xavier Poussard. He was a part owner of a confidential newsletter that published false and defamatory claims regarding plaintiffs similar to those stated by defendants. As far as I know, Xavier Poussard has never lost a lawsuit. He's never been sued. He's the one who wrote Becoming Brigitte. Now, Candace claims the writings by Xavier inspired her claims. Poussard is Owens' primary source, and yet he has not been sued. So then we get to the actual malice, that whole reckless disregard. He hasn't been sued. He wrote a whole book. The book came out many years ago. I read you the back cover as my intro. Now, they also said non-party Natasha Ray is an investigative journalist who has also spread the same false and defamatory claims about the Macrons. Ray originated the claims in France. As a result, Mrs. Macron prosecuted a libel case in France against both Natasha Ray and Amandine Roy. But Ray is a key source for Owens and Poussard. I want you to remember that Ray is a key source for Owens and Poussard. Now, they said non-party Amandine Roy is a self-proclaimed spiritual medium who interviewed Ray in 2021 for a since-deleted YouTube video. In 2021, in a 4-hour interview, Roy and Ray broadcast false and defamatory claims regarding Mrs. Macron, which prompted her libel claim in France. And Roy is a leading source for Owens and Poussard. Okay, so we have Ray, Roy, Poussard, and Candace Owens. But the thing is, what they don't tell you in this is that, yes, in 2022, Brigitte Macron sued for defamation. And the court did find Natasha Ray guilty, which would, kind of make Candace maybe not look as good, although the standards of defamation in certain countries are different. And they fined her 500 euros, ordered her to pay 8,000 euros in moral compensation to Brigitte and 5,000 euros to her brother. However, and this is mind-blowing, earlier this month, the Court of Appeal acquitted the journalist. They said, she's fine. She did it in good faith. She didn't do this out of their version of actual malice. Now that journalist is preparing a counterclaim against the First Lady and her brother of misleading the court.
Wow.
Oh, so then we come to the fact of, okay, well, if Candace is relying on them, yes, they were sued. Yes, they lost, but the appeal said, no. They relied in good faith on everything. They didn't do anything with actual malice. So that gives Candace kind of a leg up on that. And like I said, the women appealed the verdict. And Brigitte is appealing that appeal. She's taken to the highest court in France. Now, at the same time, we kind of learned that because of this thing that Natasha Ray filed a complaint with the European Court of Human Rights. And a month before that, the journalist had requested political asylum in the Russian Federation because she wants to know more about this doctor who performed the supposed sex reassignment surgery on Brigitte Macron. I am not here to determine whether or not Brigitte Macron is it male or female. I'm simply here to decide and help determine whether or not Candace Owens will beat the Macrons in court. And also, one of the things I really don't understand is why the Macrons want to subject themselves to all of this, because it's not going to be pretty at all. I mean, one of the things is that, they said later on in the paragraphs that when the president was actually born, and they say, he was born on December 21st, 1977 in France and blah, 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 blah. And then he attended La Providence, a Jesuit high school, where he first met Brigitte Macron, a French and drama teacher. Now, at the time, Mrs. Macron was an accomplished educator and mother of three, and their early interactions were centered around academic mentorship and a shared passion for literature and theater, making it sound like they're equals. A dude was 15 years old. She's 40. Okay, so that doesn't exactly jibe at all. Macron, the president, was not even born when she first got married. Okay, now through the school's theater program, President Macron and Mrs. Macron formed a deeper intellectual connection. And during a school production, President Macron played the lead role under Mrs. Macron's direction. He later undertook an ambitious rewrite of another play, and she agreed to guide him. But they said all times the teacher-student relationship remained within the bounds of the law. But what were the laws back then, right? And then the next thing is that the parents find out about it, which is absolutely crazy. And get this, the parents say, this is what was written in the lawsuit. When President Macron's parents became aware of his strong feelings for his teacher, they decided to transfer him to another school. And Mrs. Macron encouraged him to leave and was confident he would fall in love with a peer. Yet before his departure, he told her, whatever you do, I will marry you. Well, that sounds very lovely and all that kind of stuff. But what Mrs. Macron actually said when they said, please leave our son alone, she says, I can't promise you anything.
Wow.
Dude's 15. She was 40. Let's reverse it. If this was a 40-year-old male teacher and a 15-year-old girl, and he said, I'm not going to promise you anything about leaving your kid alone, don't you think that you would end up in jail? Yeah, probably you would. Okay, you guys, that is it for this one. I will talk to you later.
I think that's the angle that Candace should have went with. If she was going to out Brigitte, it shouldn't have been for her sexuality.
Ben Shapiro tried to punch above his weight a little bit when he went after Bill Burr. He's gone after Bill Burr.
Let's see what he's got to say. Bill Burr goes dark, woke on Ben Shepard's nerdy ass. I don't know who these people are. Yeah, if she had went after that. What?
All right, guys, so we have a new poll that just came out on Americans and their vices, and we have some interesting findings here. So they asked about alcohol consumption, they asked about smoking cigarettes, and they also asked about sex. And
okay, I really am interested in that. So my biggest thing with the whole Brigitte thing, I believe that is the angle Candace should have went down if she was trying to oust Brigitte. instead of going after she's a man. But of course, Candace is doing this for clickbait and views and subscribers. She's doing it for the money and the fame and so on, because she likes to be in the news. She likes to be talked about. She wants to be all up in it. Well, that's what LaTanya, she should have kept with, because the mere fact that he's trans has nothing to do with anything. And if he is identifying as a woman, then it is what it is. That's why her case is so weak to me. Thank you, Demon Dictator. So I want to hear this. So we'll see what happens. So far, Candace is milking this for everything it's got, everything it's worth. She's enjoying the hype around it. She's enjoying the limelight around it. She's just enjoying herself. And if we went to her page right now, we would hear her talking about this very situation and how she feels like they owe her something, which I find very interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to let you in on a little secret. The entire sex industry, from pornography to legal prostitution, it is just so obvious and clear, if you're paying attention, that's one big blackmail operation. And speaking of blackmail operations, Meghan Kelly is committing a crime in broad daylight. She is beginning to just ask questions about Israel. We all know where that ends up. It's pretty exciting. Also, lastly, you're not going to believe me, but the journalist that softball interviewed Macron yesterday, it turns out that he too was accused of being a sexual deviant, approaching young men on social media, offering them mentorship and job positions, and sleeping with some. Again, he is not aging well. But I couldn't believe this. You're not going to believe me. I always say that when I start an episode with "you're not going to believe me," it's because you probably are going to believe me, especially if it's involving France. But I was shocked yesterday, I must say, when people began emailing us, informing us that the journalist from the Paris Match interview, remember Darius Rochepin, that was the journalist that Emmanuel selected to give an interview to regarding this lawsuit against me. Well, Darius Rochepin was accused by young men in Switzerland of sexual deviancy, and the story is wild. Okay, so first and foremost, to remind you, this is the article from Paris Match yesterday. President Macron, I want to enforce the truth, he says. Oh, okay. And that article is now being pushed, I assume, by his comms team, because they're trying to do the PR game, feeding it to the global media. Today, it's in the London Times. They're citing it to Macron. Why I had to sue U.S. influencer Candace Owens. Like, oh, this is his brave moment. He's sitting down and opening up to Darius Rochepin. Then we suddenly, my team, we received a flurry of emails yesterday from people in Europe informing us that Darius Rochepin was investigated by 3 journalists in Switzerland and was very credibly accused of sexual impropriety. And so we said, okay, let's look into the story. Maybe she just got swept up in the Me Too moment, you know, because I'm against Me Too. But no, that is not. And so we said, okay, let's look into the story. Maybe she just got swept up in the Me Too moment, you know, because I'm against Me Too. But no, that is not this, you guys. And the story is crazy. It's sheer insanity. I honestly do believe sometimes I'm making it up, but I'm not making it up. Okay, ready? So foremost, just so you know, here is the headline in Le Temps. This is, you can see it says RTS, Darius Rochepin, and the Law of Silence. That's the headline. This isn't coming from Candace Owens. This has been out there since 2020. And I'm going to take you through what happened here. He did sue the media group for defamation, but then he rather mysteriously dropped his lawsuit, and the media group doubled down on their reporting. We'll get to that. Anyways, at the time, Darius Rochepin was living in Switzerland, and he was the flagship presenter on Swiss radio television. Okay, like this is their Andy Cooper. He was their star journalist. But then suddenly what happened in 2020 was that young men came forward and the journalists began working on the story, claiming that they had been targeted by a female online persona that Darius Rochman was pretending to be.
Thumbs up for you, girl.
They alleged that Darius created fake accounts pretending to be young women and approaching them. He had these fake lady account names. He was Letitia and he was also Leah, but apparently he was more active on social media pretending to be a young woman named Letitia. Now, I should make it clear that these allegations are from around 2012 when they said that this happened. So Darius at that time was a 46-year-old man posing as a young female student at the University of Geneva to attract teenage boys to respond. Okay, and that's just the beginning because it's going to get even more weird, I promise you. As this fake lady college student persona, Letitia, he was into humiliating himself, okay? So Letitia, who's actually Darius, pretending to be a college student, would slide into the DMs of young men, like this boy Samuel, who came forward for this story. And then he would immediately, as he starts conversation with them, begin trash talking Darius Rochman. So trash talking himself, the presenter, but he's pretending, I can't make this up. He's pretending to be a college student woman, but he's trash talking himself, Darius Rochman. Samuel, the teenager that came forward, said that he was just 16 years old when he was targeted as Letitia. He said that he was 17, but he was just 16, about to turn 17. He told Letitia, I'm 17. And he says that Letitia immediately told him about Darius Rochman's small penis. So Darius Rochman is pretending to be Letitia, and he just starts talking about Darius Rochman's small penis. Samuel says that he tried to figure out what it was that Samuel thought about Darius. He asked him about his age. Samuel then said, I'm 17 years old. Of course, he was rounding his age up. And then the next day, after beginning this conversation with Letitia, suddenly the teenager, Samuel, receives a Facebook invitation from the real Darius Rochman. Just to be clear, they're both the real Darius.
Girl, what's your point? Okay, this is a statistic, okay? We're moving on from Candace. That's it for today. If I find any more news on the Candace situation, I'll bring it to you as soon as we get that. But I believe the court situation starts next month, you think? I don't know what. Hello, Linda. Okay. It is hard to keep up, but you know what she's saying and get to it. She's explaining the background of the people, but I'm not interested in it. You know what I'm saying? Demon Dictator, like she's not catching my interest. It'd be different if she was talking about Meghan. I'm in the chat. Letitia, I remember one of issues with him. Don't use him again and edit it out of the live. Why Snowdrop? You think he'll be upset because he'll strike me, you think? His name is NT Lawyer, right? He was on the Royal Mess. I would like to say that I kind of know who he is, that he wouldn't do that to me, Snowdrop, hopefully. Saving the children. What children? What children is Candace saving? Do you care that Macron was abused as a child by Bridget? Or you just don't like Candace? I'm curious. No. I honestly, I thought that Bridget could have been a man. But then I looked at her and I realized, no, she's a woman. She's a woman. And even if she's not a woman, who cares? That's where I take it. But I feel like he's still being abused, Lasagna, by Vergette. Because the reason why I think that they are still being abused is because she slapped him on the plane. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not on anyone's side, Lasagna. I'm just saying I don't like Candace. I don't like her policies. I don't like her thoughts. I don't like what she has to say, especially about Black people. And now she's switching it. I don't care for her for many different reasons. And shaming and blaming us. So no, I'm not a Candace fan because of many different other reasons. But I'm just saying, in general, looking into this on the end from the outside, this is none of Candace's business. And who the hell she thinks she is that she deserves some answers about his sexuality? So that's what I believe. But abuse, I really feel like he was abused. I feel like he's being abused, and it's a shame. Yeah, we've been discussing it, but you would think that she would just home in on that instead of his sexuality. It's just, they don't have to prove anything to her. Okay, I'm catching up. Hello, Linda. Candace speaks so fast. Okay, here, hello, chick, Ziggy Lee chick with the crown. Oh, you're part of Candace has a book club. Alicia, I will message 2 of the CCs who I remember had problems to get clarity on what the issues were. Okay, thank you, Snowdrop. I appreciate it. Alicia, if you are not interested in the subject, please do not be bullied into having it on your channel then. What subject? Snowdrop? I don't feel bullied into any subject. I'm really enjoying the subject. I'm really enjoying listening to finding out more about this lawsuit with the president, and also talking about, I got some stuff for you guys for Meghan too, so don't go away. And what else? Brigitte and Macron are a part of a child sex ring, Letitia. No, I don't believe that, Latanya. I don't believe that the French president is a part of some conspiracy theory that you didn't throw out there, Latanya. That's going to be a no for me. We know there is a bigger picture. The world there is a bigger picture, but we have to be careful. That's right, Demon Dictator. Candace Owens' channel isn't an entertainment tonight type podcast. It sure isn't. It's intellectual in nature and gives historical info to the ties in info. Yeah, I don't like her. I'm not a fan. Maybe that's why. The only time I like watching Candace is when she has something to say about Meghan and Harry. Other than that, I could care less about what Candace has to say. And now that she is being sued by the president of France, it's really going to be interesting. I'm not closed-minded about what's going on with Candace. It just is what it is. I don't like her, period. In the discussion. I am not a Candace fan, and I haven't been for a very long time. I am not stubborn. Oh my God. My opinion only, Lasagna. I do not have to like someone now, do I? Yeah, I am not a faint of heart. I just don't like her. I do not have to be anything other than who I am to say that I do not like Candace, period. She's not my taste. And I think she's a lot of people don't like Candace. And I'm one of them. Yeah, she slapped him on the face. Hello, Jay Breezy. Oh, I understand. I appreciate your support, Jay Breezy. It really means a lot to me. It really does. Yeah, I know that. They dropped the lawsuit. Yeah, I remember hearing something about that chick with the crown. Unbelievable, LL. It is facts that they are a part of the child abuse ring. No, they are not. It is a conspiracy theory in my book. Sounds like something Trump would say. That his name is not on the Epstein list. Sure it isn't. Oh, Tanya, why don't you join the book club? Candace has a whole book club. She's telling what story? I don't believe Candace, okay? I believe Candace is a conspiracy theory, like Dani Robinson said the other day. I think she dabbles in it, just like she has this conspiracy theory that Bridget is a man, and she is not. She is a woman. And even if she's not, she's a woman now. Whether Candace likes it or not, with her nosy ass. All right, I'm moving on from Candace. I'm not saying that she does know everything, but I'm just saying that I agree with her. LaTanya, I agree with her. Okay, we are moving on. There's some statistics going on. Let's see what the statistics show about different things that's going on in people's household.
The trendings here. So they asked about alcohol consumption, they asked about smoking cigarettes, and they also asked about sex. And the trend with the numbers here paints an interesting picture. Let's watch.
My goodness gracious, this is a huge decline. Americans who drink alcohol, we are looking at the lowest level since the 1930s. What are we talking about? Just 54% on occasion Americans say that they drink alcohol. That's down from 4 points last year. That's down from 62% in 2023. And it is way down from the record high the last year that happened, when it was 71% back in 1978.
Wow.
This record low is being driven by younger folks and Republicans as well, as they increasingly view the idea of drinking as an unhealthy habit.
On the drinking one, 71% of Americans drank in 1978. And now it's all the way down to 54%. So that's a big drop. But even just from a few years back, 2023, it was 62% of the country that drank. Now it's 54%. So almost a drop of 10 points in just a couple of years. That's pretty big.
Same exact idea. Turns out we're giving up our vices a little bit. What are we talking about?
Smoked a cigarette in the last week. In 1974, 40% of the country smoked a cigarette in the last week. Now it's all the way down to 11%. In 2005, 25% of the country smoked a cigarette in the last week. Again, now it's down to 11. So, wow. 11, I would say, I honestly think that's kind of high. The 11% seems kind of high to me. That means like 1 out of every 10 people you meet smoke cigarettes. But I don't know. Around me, that's not necessarily the case. But 1 out of 10, that's still pretty high. All right, let's keep watching.
Smoked a cigarette in the last week. Look at this. In 2025, just 11%. A decade ago, it was 19%. 2 decades ago, 25%. You look back 1974, about 50 years ago, it was 40%. What is that? That's 1/4 the level. My goodness gracious. And again, younger folks are the ones who are saying that they are smoking less. And even when you combine in e-cigarettes, we're still looking at considerably lower levels than we have in past decades.
My initial reaction, though, looking at these numbers is like these vices were replaced. They're not just gone. It's not just like people no longer have vices. The vices used to be drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes. Now, I think you're more likely to get a scenario where it's like, you know, drinking Monster energy drinks or other sorts of energy drinks. There are these like massive uppers. They're these big time stimulants, or, you know, popping Zins or vaping. Like, I just think that these vices were probably replaced with other vices. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it just went away.
People watching are also going to see this tab. And you're saying that people are giving up vices, and you think sex is a vice?
I'm not saying that sex is a vice. According to some people, perhaps it's a vice. It's not a vice according to the Harry Enton school of thought. But bow chickie wow wow going down. What are we talking about? No sex at all in the last year as Kate's off on the side laughing it up. Back in the
what I'm doing. I'm not laughing.
She's doing something. Sure. She's not even sure.
I'm blushing under all of this makeup.
She's blushing. There we go. In the 1990s, among all adults, no sex at all in the last year was 18%. In 2024, look at that. No sex at all. Up again, 10 points. Look at here. Those 18 to 21. Look at that. 24% in the 1990s. It's the younger folks who are getting up sex. Look at that percentage. Doubled. No sex in the last year. Maybe they do need a little bit of alcohol. Maybe those two are related.
Damn, bro. So look at that. So in the 1990s, only 24%, age 18 to 21, only 24% of them said, I had no sex in the last year. In 2024, 48%, nearly half of people age 18 to 21, young adults, said they haven't had sex at all in the last year. That is an explosion. That is like a really high number right there. That's totally different from the past. And that
people in
is
that
probably tied to
bracket.
The rise of the internet, right? And more atomization and people spending more time alone, more time on social media. Like, I think a lot of people probably feel like, why would I go do anything when I could just sit here and do this, right? Whereas in the 1990s, yeah, the internet existed, but it wasn't good enough to like keep your attention all day, every day. So one of the first comments here, this person says, on its face, these trends are healthy, but to the extent that they are driven by risk aversion, atomization, helicopter parenting, online porn, marijuana legalization, etc., that's a different story. Yeah, that's the other thing. This person says, smoking has been replaced by vaping. Drinking has been replaced by energy drinks. Sex, well, sex has been shamed. I mean, I don't think it's been shamed. I think people are, or maybe it has been shamed, but it's not like people just aren't having sex and that's it. I think they probably.
I thought that was interesting. Okay. Mega Media takes massive blow to their credibility. Let's see.
One of the things that's so amazing to me is just how immensely vindicated we could be, but nobody cares. We could be proven 100% right about fucking everything we say ever, and nobody cares. It's not covered, it's not talked about, and I'm not even talking about.
Don't nobody care that you're right, do they? They don't care. They don't care if you're right. Like if I sit here and explain to you guys, no, I didn't do that. I'm right about this. I'm right about this. No one really cares. Yes, I'm married, so I'm going to be having all kinds of sex all the time. Yeah, but people that are single, I can understand that. Abstinence is a great thing until you find your love of your heart, love of your life. I think it's beautiful. Ziggy Lee Chick with the Crown regarding Candace. Yeah, I opened my mind and I listened to what she had to say, and it was stupid to me. I didn't like her thoughts. I didn't agree with her. That White Lives Matter t-shirt and all that craziness that she was doing. No, not a fan. I've seen enough. She's narcissistic. Yes, JBZ, it makes a lot of sense that you're not having sex because you are single. You can't be bothered. Men are too complicated. You think? Oh my God, I would never give up on love. It's so fun. I really enjoy dating. Like, it's the best thing ever. Going out to eat, having a conversation, having a cocktail, getting to know someone. Then if you find like you don't want, then you just move on. I don't really care how many times I get hurt. I'm going to teach my daughter that, you know, you're going to get hurt and you're going to want to guard your heart. It does teach you that. It really does. You know, going into a bad relationship and getting your heart broken, it does teaches you to be more careful. But giving up completely on love, and I do believe in abstinence before marriage. I can't say that me and my husband waited. Nope. But just being on the honest side, I remember in my adolescence how I wanted to wait until I got married. That was the biggest thing, is waiting until I got married. Like, because I just thought everything about it is so precious. And that's what I was taught, that it's so precious, and giving it to just anyone is not cool at all. Yeah, but I went on websites too. I didn't wait around and wait till somebody came up and started talking to me. I didn't. I got on dating websites, and let me show my face. I got on dating websites and went out with people, met different men. We would meet up and have dinner or lunch or whatever, have fun. If it was a great date, we would meet up again another time or something like that. But I met my boyfriend on there on a website once. We dated for like 3 years. But because I didn't want to have to go to a club and meet someone, or run to the grocery store and hope some cute guy comes out looking, oh, look at her. You know, you'll be waiting all your life. So I think I like those dating sites. You have to be careful. You have to be careful, but that's with anything. But love, falling in love, meeting someone, it's such a wonderful feeling. And I wouldn't let anybody deprive me of having that moment. Because if I was single, I would be dating. Why not? Why the hell not? I'm 52, 53, and back out there dating. Whatever. It is what it is. Life goes on. But it's not going to come knocking at your door. It can. Every now and then, Mr. Right or Mrs. Right will come knocking on your door. But you can also open that door too. And you don't even have to think of it as a relationship. I used to think of dating as friendships. I used to think of it as meeting people on a friendly level and getting to know someone and having fun, going to the movies, doing certain things, and da 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 da. Yeah. He's out there. You just have to be open to looking. And I know women are supposed to sit back and wait for the man to come knock at your door or ask you out. That's a bunch of BS. No. He can also get to know you while you have a web page, a profile about yourself. Da, 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 da. I even signed up for this dating, what was it called? It was a local dating site. And it wasn't a site. It was actually Expectations. I believe that was the name of the company. But I paid them so much money to help with dating and stuff like that. I mean, there's nothing to invest for me to invest in my love life. But I'm locked and loaded now. I found my Prince Charming. My point is that there's nothing wrong with that because he could be out there. It's all about how much you have and how much they have. It's not about love anymore. Shh. Hello? If it ain't about love, then what is it about? Because what you have and what he has, it becomes both of yours. It's mine. What's mine is his, and what's his is mine. We share everything. And I've always wanted to date someone that could cover me. He didn't have to be richy rich, but he had to be able to cover me. And cover me means take care of me. And vice versa. I take care of him too, of course. Because I have, my own stuff going on, which, as far as my education, as far as work is concerned. So I had something that I was bringing to the table. I wasn't just, I want this. I want someone that can take care of me without having something in my repertoire. But basically, meet a friend, and then that friend will turn into something else. You'll be surprised. But Saturday nights, I would have something to do and places to go. I would not be in the house hanging around, looking at my walls, being bored. I would, hey, you want to go have a drink? Hey, you want to go have dinner? Yeah, prenuptial. I don't believe in prenuptial agreements. Nope, I don't. I just don't agree with it, because if we're together and we have kids, I'm expecting you to take care of us after we're divorced. I'm expecting you to make sure that your kids have what they need. And so all this prenup, no, I'm going to want to live that same lifestyle. Yeah, I don't believe in prenups. Yeah, it will happen. That is true. Oh, it's wonderful being by yourself. It's awesome. It's awesome reflecting and being by yourself and da 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 da. It's pretty cool. But sometimes it gets lonely. I know I did. I would get lonely. I had this house, this 3-bedroom house, not this house. It's a house I had somewhere else, my third house. And on the weekends, I would get kind of bored, and I didn't really necessarily want to go eat by myself or something like that, which I can, because I'm very good at eating by myself and going to the movies and going to parties by myself. It's actually really fun. But I would get bored and I would wanting some companionship. So, but if you ever feel that way, don't be afraid. I'm saying there's things out there that that are helpful to us. That's all I'm saying. And don't be afraid to use those resources if and when you're ready to date. Because when you do get ready, you don't want to be, Yes, have a good day, LaTanya. I even tried to get my mom set up on a website once. She's not very good at it, so I was going to do it, put her pictures out there, da 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 da. And this is not even about, it's not always about finding love, but finding friendships. finding friendships too, meeting new people. That's for you. When I met my husband, he had NADA, and I had worked very hard for my portfolio. Good for you, Chick-fil-A. Every case is different. It is. Just like how I will go on a website and put my profile out there and have dates. And some people won't do that. Some people believe in prenuptial agreement, and some people don't. Every case is different. When people are divorcing, they can change. It was a deal breaker for me. Interesting chick, Ziggy Lee chick with the crown. I would expect the guy, that if I'm divorcing a guy, that he would understand that there is a level of money that I will continue to need to take care of his kids. And so I would hope that the person that I'm with wouldn't object or would want a prenuptial agreement, because they're going to have to take care of their kids in the way that they're accustomed to. That's what I would expect. That's just me. But like, I wanted to make sure I had something that I was bringing to the table, not so much as finances, but just everything. Was I going to be a good wife? Was I going to be this person to him and that person? It's not just about me anymore. It's about him. You know, I had my doubts, but I figured it out. Oh, I love meeting people. I love going to places by myself and meeting people. It's the best thing ever, because I'm friendly anyway. So I'll talk to whoever's next to me. Yeah, it is sad. Everybody is different. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody's situation isn't the same. But it is so cool to get to know people, because you figure out who they are in the beginning. Like the last guy that I dated before my husband, like, I knew he was scum. I knew that he wasn't going to live up to, you know, being a great guy. And so I at some point I just got tired of it. And I was like, okay, let's test this sucker out. He had, oh, let's get married. Let's do this and let's do that. And I was like, why would I marry someone that is, I feel like it's not compatible with me? And so I finally broke it off and said, you know, me and you don't click like that. And I had met him online too. And we dated for a while. Fifth anniversary, I see. Oh, girl, I'm all up in his bank account. Yeah, I love it too. I love it. See, there you go. You don't want no one coming in and taking your money. Don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. Like, I'm expecting the man to take care of everything when we go out to eat. And then maybe in the future I would pay for it. But this is a time for me to know that you can cover me. You're dating me. You should have what it takes to be able to do it. Ex-spousal support is very different from child support and the covering of child expenses. It is. It is. It is different. Yeah, it's so fun getting to know people. It is so fun. You see, I don't like Mary J. Blige. She didn't have a prenup. I get it. She's in love with the guy. Da 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 da. Yeah, I just don't believe in prenups either. I don't. I had a fun-loving, providing husband until divorce. I had a career, court, enforced child support for him. Unfulfilled promises to our daughter. Told me he'd see us in the projects. I'm single. Sorry, Michelle Lee. You know, it's just, then you look over and you're wondering to yourself, when did I marry you? Or when did you become this mean? When did you become this different person? Like, I don't remember walking down the aisle with you. Especially the way you're talking to me and da 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 da. You just wonder who the hell you married when things go haywire, when things don't go as planned. So I'm sorry about that, Michelle. I really am. Despicable me, me. What happened, USA? Why you have a president bit apist, bit common, probably a bit gangster, and maybe he really deserves the Nobel Petal Prize. Epstein approves this message. No, Ziggy Lee chick with the crown. I understand if that is the case. Reminds me of an ex-boss I had. She got engaged to be engaged and always kept the rings. She had 8 last time I met her. Oh. Wow. She just was in love with the idea of being married or just having the ring. Wow, that's weird. People have different needs. Isn't that weird? Like Snowdrop's friend has 8 rings and has not gotten married, but just like collecting the rings. I mean, it's just people are different in so many ways. See, that right there will make you be like, okay, do I want to remarry again? I spent almost 6 years in court with the ex for divorce, so I will not be getting married anytime soon. Don't let it discourage you, JBZ. Don't let it discourage you. Because you're a nice, very nice gentleman. Very nice. And then, have you ever thought about this? We punish the people that could get to know us. We punish the person that we're supposed to be with. I really do believe that if you want it, like, this is what I know about God. If you want something and something is in your heart, like you know that you want someone to share your life with, he knows that. So I truly believe that there's someone out there for that person. And that person is waiting on either you. You're either waiting on them or they're waiting on you. I used to tell my husband that. I was like, I was waiting on you. I know. Listen to what we're talking about. It's so interesting. We just went into a whole nother topic. I like this shirt too. If it fitted, because it doesn't, Natasha, the zipper on the side won't even zip. So yeah, if I stood up and showed you, you would be like, oh, Letitia, don't put that back on. Anyway, I think it is so adorable. And I think I got 2 of these. Thank you for noticing. Of course, straight greasy. And if you never want to get married again, that's your prerogative. But I like it. Heaven forbid if I end up single. I know, I don't even think about stuff like that. And I'm one and done. I would just become a yacht chick. See, then you'll find your yacht man. There you go. You ain't in the house. You ain't in the house looking at those walls. You're getting out doing something. Silly chick with the crown. At least she on the yacht, girl. At least she on the yacht. At least she on the yacht, girl. I dated a guy who wanted two things. I didn't give in. He got mad and left. Oh God, I've dated those. Yeah, I'm like, look, back up off of me. Back up off of me. I hate those kind. I totally get it, highly sensitive. I'll be an old lady with lots of cats. You'll be surprised. I see you with someone, Demon Dictator. I do. You're a nice person. The biggest thing is letting people in. That's the hardest thing, is letting someone in. Because if you can't let anyone in, you're going to criticize them. You're going to think that they are, okay, find fault in them. But you gotta open the door. Because if the door is closed, no one can come in. You will have cats. Open the door. Open the door. Just try it out. I know it sounds weird. And I could never do anything like that. Like, find a reputable website, dating website, put your profile up there. Tell them about you. Tell them what you're looking for. A friendship, not a relationship. And find yourself out having tea with this person on a Saturday afternoon. No big deal. I think the expectations we have around love and dating is big too. If you go in it just thinking that you're going to meet a friend, it really takes the pressure off that you're out here on a date. Oh my God, I'm on a date. No, it would just be routine for me. Agreeable. I need a man who will not say yes to all my demands and tell me when I'm being outrageous. I know that's right. You don't want a yes man. Yes. I want to lose weight and feel better about myself first. Yeah, that's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. You know what they have? Like, you can put in your profile, you like fitness and you're working towards a goal. You know, your profile can say whatever you want it to say and give a glimpse into who you really are, you know, from your profile. It's really cool. It's not that bad being a yachty. Disposition and behavior makes it look bad. If she was a yacht girl, that is. Yeah, I don't know if she was not either. I don't know if she was a yacht girl or not.
Discussing us. I'm talking about discussing the issue as such. So we just got this news. Ready? Far-right MAGA network Newsmax has agreed to pay $67 million to settle a defamation lawsuit with Dominion Voting Systems over 2020 election lies. That means now you have Fox News had to pay $787 million to Dominion over their 2020 election lies, where they pretended like, you know, this voting machine company was...
Okay, we're moving on. Yeah, but just try the dating site. See what happens. Worst case scenario, and rejection. Don't be afraid to be rejected. Yeah, because you can pick and choose. It's your decision. You're driving this bus. You get to drive. You get to make the decisions. You get to say no, yes, and okay, yeah, let's meet at Jiminy Cricket's house for a drink. Or you can say no, I don't want to go to Jiminy Cricket. I want to go to House of Pancakes. Okay, it's fun. Make it fun. Don't make it seem like it's such a big deal. Okay, Meghan Markle's awkward moments. We're gonna look at Meghan's most awkward moments. Guys, can you see the screen? Yeah, that's Prince Harry. I wonder what he has on. Why does he have on green? That's his new job. Hey, guys. Replay game. Just so you know, those are all my thoughts and opinions about dating. Everyone has their own opinions and thoughts about love and all that good stuff. I'm just telling you where I stand at with it. It was me. Okay. His delivery uniform. Okay. So these are the most awkward moments for Meghan. I'm going to make the picture a little bigger. There we go.
Into the stuffy, protocol-obsessed world of the British monarchy. You get a collection of moments so awkward, they make you want to crawl out of your own skin. From cringy curtsies to major royal snubs, Meghan Markle's journey from Hollywood actress to Duchess has been a masterclass in uncomfortable encounters. So grab your popcorn and get ready to relive the moments that prove even royals aren't immune to a healthy dose of secondhand embarrassment. The Great Scarf Gate of 2018.
Appears to be chatting with Prince William, but he seems more interested in adjusting his scarf for what feels like an eternity.
At the time it was awkward. I was a bit shocked.
Some saw it as an intentional.
Let's kick things off with a moment that had royal watchers hitting rewind faster than you can say awkward. We're talking about the now infamous Scarfgate. In a video that resurfaced and went viral, we see Meghan attempting to chat with her brother-in-law Prince William, but William seems utterly engrossed in a battle with his own scarf, adjusting it with the focus of a bomb disposal expert. While Meghan is trying to engage him in conversation, he's just not having it. Some royal commentators saw this as a deliberate cold shoulder, a sign of the frosty relations to come. Others, trying to be diplomatic, called it bad timing. Either way, the sheer awkwardness of the moment is undeniable. You can almost feel the chill through the screen, and it's not from the British weather. It's the kind of public snub that's so blatant, it's almost a work of art. The curtsy that broke the internet.
And this, we have medieval times, dinner and tournament.
Speaking of uncomfortable, let's dive into the curtsy that launched 1,000 memes. In their Netflix docuseries, Harry and Meghan, the Duchess decided to reenact her first curtsy to the late Queen Elizabeth II. And let's just say, it wasn't exactly a graceful bow. Meghan launched into a full-on medieval wench at a jousting tournament-style curtsy, complete with a dramatic flourish. She explained that to an American. The whole concept of curtsying to one's grandmother-in-law is just bizarre, comparing it to medieval times dinner and tournament. While she was laughing, Harry looked like he wanted the ground to swallow him whole. His pained expression spoke volumes. To many, making fun of a sign of respect for the Queen, and by extension, a deeply ingrained royal tradition, was a huge misstep. It came across as disrespectful and tone-deaf. To make matters worse, Meghan claimed she had no idea she'd have to curtsy. Now, for someone about to marry into the most famous family in the world, a family whose every move is documented, that seems a little hard to swallow. A quick Google search would have told her everything she needed to know. It's not like the royal family's customs are a closely guarded secret. This moment really highlighted the cultural clash at play and left a lot of people cringing. Not many people have asked if I'm okay.
Yeah, well, I guess, and also thank you for asking, because not many people have asked if I'm okay, but it's a very real thing.
This is when I changed my mind. This is when I knew she was cuckoo. This is when I knew she was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It was this moment right here. I said, this girl is tripping. I said, what is going on, honey? Have she lost her marbles? What is she talking about? No one's asked her if she's okay. Didn't you just get married? You ain't okay? You ain't still on your honeymoon? I would still be on my honeymoon. You just had a baby. You're talking about, I'm not okay. This is when she started to crack. This was her moment to jet out and get away from Great Britain so she could start her branding in the United States. This is the first attempt at, I'm not doing okay and I'm ready to go. I don't want to live here anymore. I'm ready to go.
Lady Letitia. It's Lady Letitia.
Natasha, I should be able to fit in my clothes. I'm going to try them on. You guys already saw what I look like. And it's crazy. I knew she was off before the wedding. You did? See you lead chick with the crown? What part? The bringing in of the celebrities or the interview? What moment did it for you? This is the moment that I was like, okay, because they had just moved out from William and Catherine. They got their own little Frogmore cottage. And the rumors were they wasn't getting along. The Sussexes are the Wells. She expected Brits to kiss her ass, and we didn't. That's right, Natasha.
To be going.
This next moment is perhaps one of the most debated. During their royal tour of South Africa, in a now famous interview, journalist Tom Bradby asked Meghan how she was coping with the immense pressure of royal life and the relentless media scrutiny. Her response was raw and emotional. She confessed, "Not many people have asked if I'm okay." It was a moment of vulnerability that resonated with many. Here was a new mother, living in a new country, under a microscope, and she was clearly struggling. However, the interview also sparked a backlash. The couple was in a country where many people face extreme poverty and hardship. For a privileged member of the royal family to complain about her struggles while surrounded by such profound suffering struck some as out of touch. It was a classic case of read the room. While her feelings were valid.
It's out of touch. No one's asked me how I'm doing. I'm having a very difficult time. This isn't working out for me. Please, it made you famous instantly overnight. You became known to the world overnight. And now you're having a hard time. No, you're just trying to get to California. That's all. You putting your plan in action. No one's asked how I feel.
The time and place of her confession were questionable. This moment perfectly encapsulates the tightrope Meghan was constantly walking, the desire to be authentic and the expectation to be a stoic, uncomplaining royal. The One Love premiere predicament.
Probably expected to be in the VIP section, but surprise, they weren't. Dressed in an elegant black skirt, while others rocked casual attire.
Speaking of questionable timing, let's jet over to Jamaica for the premiere of Bob Marley One Love. Just as the royal family was dealing with health scares concerning both King Charles and Kate Middleton, Harry and Meghan decided to make a glamorous red carpet appearance. Dressed in a chic black gown, Meghan looked ready for the Oscars. The problem? It was a relatively laid-back movie premiere, and their presence felt a little extra. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams went so far as to call it a deliberate ploy to show the royal family how valuable they are. Whether that was their intention or not, the optics weren't great. It seemed like they were trying to grab the spotlight at a time when the focus should have been on the health of the King and the Princess of Wales. It was a move that felt calculated and, to many, a little bit tacky. The case of the clingy trophy.
When she tried to grab one of the player's prize boxes, only for him to firmly keep hold of it. She quickly ducked under Harry's arm, making for a seriously clumsy moment.
From a clumsy curtsy to a clumsy grab, let's talk about the polo trophy incident.
Wow.
After a triumphant charity polo match, Harry's team was celebrating their win. As they posed for photos, Meghan, ever the supportive wife, was right there with them. But then things got a little handsy.
She told the little girl, wait a minute. You know what? Where's my phone? I'm going to ask CPT chat. I just learned that. Okay. I'm with the hip. I'm hip now because I know what GBT is. Meghan tells little girl that she spells her name incorrectly. Did Meghan tell a little girl that she was spelling her name wrong? Meghan was touring outside of Brexton and at a radio station where this little girl had a sign that read, "We love you, Meghan." Meghan told the little girl that she spelled her name incorrectly. Okay, GBT ain't with me today. What footage? Oh, Mog. Natasha, Mog.
She reached for one of the player's prize boxes, but he wasn't letting go. What followed was an awkward little tug of war, which ended with Meghan quickly ducking under Harry's arm. It was a blink and you'll miss it moment, but the cameras caught it all. It was just one of those slightly jarring interactions that made you do a double take. Was she trying to help? Or did she just want to hold the shiny object? We'll never know, but it was a clumsy encounter that added to her growing collection of awkward public moments. The awkward mic grab.
It definitely made things feel awkward.
Oh, this
Another unforgettable moment came at the 2023 Invictus Games.
At a charity event hosted by Kevin Costner, another slightly uncomfortable moment was caught on camera. As the host was speaking, Meghan reached for the mic as if she was about to give an impromptu speech, but the host wasn't quite ready to let go, leading to a brief, awkward dance of hands. We'll never know if she had something she was burning to say, but the moment itself was just another example of her sometimes misjudged public interactions. It's these little seemingly insignificant moments that, when added up, create a pattern of awkwardness. The engagement interview.
Moment. Meghan insisted she had little knowledge of Harry beforehand.
I didn't know much about him, and so the only thing that I had asked her when she said she wanted to set us up was...
Now, let's rewind to the very beginning, to the engagement interview that had us all swooning. But looking back, there's one particular claim that raises an eyebrow. Meghan insisted that she knew very little about Prince Harry before they met. She famously said that the only question she had for their mutual friend who set them up was, well, is he nice? Because if he wasn't kind, she explained, it just wouldn't make sense. Now, hold on a minute. We're talking about Prince Harry, the son of Princess Diana, one of the most famous women in modern history, a man who had been in the public eye since birth. To suggest that an accomplished actress who was active on social media and presumably consumed some form of news had no real knowledge of him is a bit of a stretch. It played into the narrative of a fairy tale romance, of a woman falling for the man, not the title. But for many, it just didn't ring true. It felt like a carefully crafted soundbite for the cameras, and in hindsight, it feels a little disingenuous. The near tumble and the media's surprising reaction.
To dress in white heels. Now, if you've ever tried walking on grass in heels, you know it's risky. Meghan almost took a tumble but saved herself by grabbing Harry's hand.
Every woman who has ever attempted to walk on grass in stilettos felt a collective pang of anxiety during this next moment. While attending the wedding of Harry's cousin, Meghan looked stunning in an Oscar de la Renta dress and a pair of very high, very pointy white heels. As she made her way across the lawn, the inevitable happened. Her heels sank into the grass and she almost took a spectacular tumble. But, with the reflexes of a cat, she grabbed onto Harry's hand and saved herself from a potentially embarrassing fall. What's most interesting about this moment is not the near fall itself, but the media's reaction. At a time when any misstep was scrutinized, the press was surprisingly kind. They praised her for her grace and composure, for handling the moment like a pro. It was a rare instance of positive press, a brief respite from the constant criticism. But it also serves as a reminder of how precarious her position was, how one little slip, literally, could have turned into a week's worth of negative headlines. Invictus Games and milkshake musings,
where Meghan unexpectedly marched in front of British veterans. Dressed in shorts and sandals, Meghan arrived late to the opening ceremony and later gave a speech about
the Invictus Games, a cause very close to Prince Harry's heart, should have been a slam dunk for the couple. And yet, Meghan still managed to create a head-scratching moment. At the 2023 Games, she marched in front of British veterans dressed in shorts and sandals, a fashion choice that some found a little too casual for the occasion. She also arrived late to the opening ceremony, but the cherry on top of this slightly awkward Sunday was her speech. Instead of focusing on the incredible athletes and their stories of resilience, she chose to talk about milkshakes and her kids. It was a speech that left many people bemused and wondering if she truly understood the gravity and importance of the event. Harlem School visit.
Talking about herself.
Chose to talk about milkshakes.
She referred to talk about herself, okay? Remember those shorts she had on walking? First she arrived late and then just bust open on the scene and start marching. She looked like an idiot. She should have just set that one out. Just gotta be seen.
And her kids. It was a speech that left many people bemused and wondering if she truly understood the gravity and importance of the event. Harlem School visit.
From her book, The Bench, while wearing an expensive designer outfit and hundreds of thousands in jewelry.
And I haven't ever read it to any other kids besides our own.
In 2021, Meghan visited a low-income school.
I haven't read it to anyone else except for our own kids. Me, I, me. And this happened to me, and I'm special. She's sitting over there with hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of clothes and jewelry on, and these inner city kids are sitting back looking. She's out of touch.
In Harlem to promote her children's book, The Bench. It was a noble cause, but her choice of attire raised more than a few eyebrows. She arrived decked out in an expensive designer outfit and a small fortune in jewelry. The contrast between her lavish wardrobe and the school's underprivileged student body was stark, and for many, deeply ironic. To make matters worse, reports emerged that her team had a list of demands, including a new carpet and pillows for the children to sit on.
She had a list of demands.
The whole affair felt less like a genuine act of charity and more like a publicity stunt. The disconnect between
publicity stunt. That's what Meghan is all about, publicity stunts. She is not about the cause. The cause is not even relevant. It's all about her looks and what she looked like, her PR moment. Everybody's going to see me. I want them to see me like this. I want them to see me like that.
Between her message of compassion and her display of wealth was a glaring misstep. The Endeavor Fund Awards blunder.
Took the stage, ready to present, until they realized their notes didn't match. Cue an awkward silence that felt like it lasted a decade while Meghan was trying to smooth things.
And finally, we have the Endeavor Fund Awards ceremony, a moment that was awkward from the get-go. Meghan and her co-host took to the stage, ready to present an award. There was just one tiny problem. Their notes were completely mismatched. What followed was a painfully long silence as they fumbled through their papers, punctuated by Meghan's nervous laughter. She tried to smooth things over, but the damage was done. It was a classic live television blunder, the kind of thing that makes you want to watch through your fingers. To her credit, she eventually managed to sort out the mix-up and hand over her notes, but it was a clumsy start to the evening and another entry in her ever-growing blooper reel. So, what do you think? Were these harmless incidents or major royal blunders? Drop a comment below and let me know which Meghan Markle moment made you cringe the most. And don't forget to like, share, bias, dancer darker. Share, bias, and nester, dear, dairy, dester, bias, or your dester, bias, your bias, dester, dance, nester. And subscribe for more deep dives into the wild world of celebrity.
Awesome.
See you next time.
Thank you, Star Report. We appreciate that. Meghan Markle's awkward moments. Oh, you guys remember that AT?
Holy shit. He said what?
Harry and Meghan are leaving the palace to become financially independent. And you see, this is what happens when you bring the first black woman into the royal family. Yeah, she looked at Harry and she's like, you need to get a job. You a grown-ass man. You can't still be living in your mama's house, Harry.
Have you ever seen that video? No. Pull that video up because it's one of my favorites.
No more following Granny's.
This was good. I wasn't expecting to watch this one, but we might as well. So yesterday, AT2 came on my panel, remember? And we had a little chit chat about maggot, Sardinia. And I told him, I said, be careful being up here with me. Sardinia will have you on a thumbnail tomorrow, roasting or saying something about you. And sure enough, she has him on a thumbnail showing him. He didn't say anything, but she's going to draw it out and make sure that he said all kinds of stuff. It's stupid. Anyway, let's watch this.
Rules. Don't wear your pants on your head, Harry. Don't bath on the butler, Harry. If I want to play polo in my living room, who's going to stop me?
Stop that.
Right away, Megs.
The night Trevor Noah turned his sights on Meghan Markle, it felt less like a late night segment and more like a public trial. You could hear it in the audience's laughter. Not the warm, polite chuckles you give to a safe joke, but the sharp, almost guilty laughs that escape when you know the truth is being dragged into the light.
Damn, Harry and Meghan are losing their titles? That's the most embarrassing royal loss since William's hairline.
Noah didn't walk out and tell a couple of gags about the royal family's Netflix special. He launched a cross-examination armed with timing as sharp as a scalpel and a global perspective no British or American comic could match.
Queen has announced that Harry and Meghan can no longer describe themselves as royal. And I won't lie, if I was Harry and Meghan, I'll be like, fine, then we'll be known as Royale.
For years, Meghan had been able to frame her critics as bitter, jealous, or flat out bigoted. But here was an award-winning comedian, an immigrant himself, cutting straight through that shield. He didn't just poke fun, he dismantled her public image brick by brick, exposing every contradiction and hypocrisy she tried to cover in glossy interviews and filtered Instagram posts. And as the camera caught Noah's sly smile between punchlines, you could feel the air shift. This wasn't about making people laugh. This was about making them see. And once they did, they couldn't unsee it.
Although I do have to admit this, right? I always find it weird when people introduce a new baby. Because if you think about it, there's such a big contrast between the end products and how it was made. The result of our sweaty nights of just raw dogging, #blessed.
Noah opened his takedown with a move Meghan's PR team probably never saw coming. He attacked her on the one battlefield she thought she'd already conquered, race. Most comedians tread lightly here, but Noah, with his South African background and lived experience navigating racial identity across continents, went in swinging. He pointed out the coded language swirling around Meghan's coverage, then flipped it on his head, mocking the way she weaponized those same narratives when it suited her.
Now the big question is, if Harry and Meghan come to America, where are they going to live? Everyone wants to know. I think they'll move to LA because Meghan is an actor, and then she's going to want to work again, and then Harry can just join the cast of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yeah, just be like fighting on TV. I know what you said about me today. Say it to my face.
He hit her marriage like a case study, dismantling the modern fairy tale by painting Harry as a jobless prince desperate for relevance, and Meghan as the ultimate Hollywood networker who happened to network her way into a palace. The killer moment, Noah imagining Harry hustling for cartoon voiceover gigs at industry events, all while Meghan worked the room.
What's funny is that no matter what job Prince Harry gets, you realize he's still going to be Prince Harry, right? Can you imagine being his boss when he screws up? Like, what do you call him in and say, Prince Harry, get in here, your majesty. You blew the Henderson account, my lord. Clean out your desk and may God save the queen.
The image wasn't just funny, it was humiliating. It reframed the couple not as victims of a cruel establishment, but as two overconfident celebrities scrambling to stay in the spotlight. In under 3 minutes, Noah had turned Meghan's carefully curated global humanitarian brand into a punchline so sharp, even the studio band was laughing between riffs.
James Corden is a 12-time Emmy winner and the host of The Late Late Show. He's also living proof that a man can move from London to LA and not tell everyone about his frostbitten penis.
And this was only the first swing. The knockout blows were still coming. Once Trevor Noah lit the fuse, every American comedian seemed to smell blood in the water. Late night hosts, podcast giants, sketch shows, all of them lined up to take their shot, and they didn't waste time with polite royal jabs. Conan O'Brien went surreal, using the news of Harry and Meghan's wax figures being yanked from Madame Tussauds to spin an absurdist bit about where they'd end up next. And the punchline placed them somewhere far less dignified than any royal palace.
And this is sweet. Meghan Markle said she has a finger they can use if they need it.
Saturday Night Live turned Meghan and Harry into a recurring joke, with Mikey Day's goofy Prince Harry bumbling through talk shows while other characters mocked Suits like it was an unwatchable relic Meghan had forced the world to endure.
You know, I mean, she used to be on Deal or No
infiltrated?
Deal. Look, she was on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the wife convinces you to leave the royal family. Like, I'm out. I don't need you guys. Which is crazy, because don't you just get free money?
Joe Rogan didn't even bother with the scripted routine. He turned his real-life beef with Harry into a comedy segment, telling how his first reaction to hearing Harry criticize him wasn't anger, but wondering if the prince might actually have a point, before roasting him anyway. By the time the week was over, Meghan's name had gone from a headline to a punchline in America's biggest comedy outlets. And here's the real damage. These weren't one-off jokes. They became recurring bits, embedded into sketches, monologues, and viral clips. Meghan hadn't just been roasted. She'd been inducted into the permanent roster of celebrity clowns the U.S. loves to mock on a loop.
Oh my God, I love this, Meghan Markle.
If American comedians roasted Meghan with playful jabs and celebrity satire, the British comics came armed with bayonets. These weren't just jokes. They were homegrown takedowns from people who grew up under the shadow of the monarchy and weren't afraid to swing hard. Andrew Schultz didn't waste breath pretending to care. He dismissed Harry and Meghan entirely in a line so cold, it made the crowd gasp before they laughed.
I mean this sincerely, Prince Harry and Meghan, we don't give a America don't give a about you. We don't.
Nikki Glaser went in from a different angle, crafting a painfully vivid alternate reality where Meghan was still grinding in mid-tier Hollywood, hustling for background roles instead of royal titles.
We know what that means.
That's LA. She wants to be famous. She found the guy to make her the most famous in the world. Now she's over there. She's like, if she didn't marry him, she would be on The Bachelor this year. She would be Meghan M. from Sherman Oaks barista. She just got lucky.
Then came Simon Brodkin, whose specialty is mocking public figures to their faces. He tore into their Netflix doc with a cynical one-sentence summary that reduced the whole series to a vanity project.
I watched the Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary. Before I watched it, I was not a fan of theirs. I fucking hate them.
But the most savage blows came from satire that didn't need a live stage. The animated series, the prince portrayed Meghan as fame-obsessed and Harry as a man drifting without purpose. Their royal exit reframed as a calculated career move.
What the is going on with Harry?
How dare you?
I'll say whatever I want. You're in my house now.
You want a piece of me?
I will you up, girlie.
The focus is starting to shift off of me.
In the UK, this wasn't treated as a tragic love story gone wrong. It was a high-profile PR stunt that fell flat. And unlike the American comics who moved on to other targets, the British acts kept coming back, recycling every New Sussex interview, every Netflix clip, every podcast soundbite into an...
That was good. I like her. I've subscribed. Her name was Star Spotlight. She's really good. Check her out. Star Spotlight. Okay, we are going to go to my playlist. And let's just see what else I have.
Orlando Bloom can't stop partying while Katy Perry is struggling.
Okay. Okay, we're going to do that one. What is that? Part 1. We did that.
It's Lady Letitia. Letitia. Lady Letitia. Lady Letitia. It's Lady Letitia. Letitia. Lady Letitia.
Okay. Here we go.
Insiders.
This is a clip. This is a clip regarding Santa Bala. I just want to hear what they have to say about it. Here we go. Yeah, she found out Natasha what perfume Diana wore so she could sprinkle it on her. So gross. I don't want no one smelling like that. That should turn him off.
claim the silence isn't accidental. It's strategic. Meghan's carefully cultivated Hollywood brand can't afford Harry's mess. Once upon a time, he was the golden prince who elevated her, made her relevant on a global stage.
Made her
Now, he's a
relevant.
liability.
He made you relevant on a global stage. That's why you're able to do jam and biscuits and wine and have an Instagram moment and have all these things that you ever wanted. This is why you're able to do those things, because you married a son, a king's son.
Damaged goods. And here's where it gets even.
She's damaged goods. Did they not check this girl out before? Did they not do a sweep-a-doo? Did they not do a background check? Did they not be like, okay, let's check her out and see if she's on the up and up? None of that went down.
Even juicier. Rumors are swirling about a divorce memoir. Yes, you heard that right. Apparently, Meghan's camp has been testing the waters with publishers, quietly exploring just how much
divorce. A divorce. A divorce novel. A divorce. What is that? What is that? Who would take advice from her? Who? She's going to have a divorce book. Who will buy it? We will read it together. I'm trying to get that other book that's going to come out about her. Ain't Tom Bauer doing another book? I thought it was.
her Harry tell-all could fetch. Imagine the woman who gave us the Oprah interview coming back with a divorce bombshell. Netflix executives would be falling over themselves to sign the deal. But let's step back for a second. This isn't just about Harry and Meghan's marriage.
Netflix is trying to end on a good note. Netflix is trying to be nice.
It's about the catastrophe that the Centibal scandal has become, and the whispers coming out of Montecito, explosive. Insiders claim the silence isn't accidental. It's strategic. Meghan's carefully cultivated Hollywood brand can't afford Harry's mess. Once upon a time, he was the golden prince who elevated
How is this Harry's mess?
made her.
She didn't wanted Sophie to write a letter on behalf of her. How's this Harry's mess? She's the mess. She's the reason for the season.
Relevant on a global stage. Now, he's a liability, damaged goods. And here's where it gets even.
Whose liability and whose damaged goods? No. Harry is not damaged goods and he's not a liability. Meghan is all those things. Put a 1 if you think Harry is a liability and damaged goods. Put a 2 in the chat if you think it's Meghan that's damaged goods. I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds. Come on, work with me. Wake up. Oh, Demon Dictator said it is Harry that is the nobody. And Natasha says 2. I say 2 too. I agree with Natasha. Harry will always be the son of a king. We will always be interested in what he's doing and what's going on with Harry. Not so much as his Jezebel, but him, because he's the one supposedly supposed to have a connection to his family, and he doesn't. He's ostracized. Whose fault is that? Hers. Her ambition. She's damaged goods. She's liability. Harry would still be at home doing his own thing if Jezebel and it came around tricking and tripping. Tricking and tripping. Okay? Both equally with him silently ahead. Oh yeah, she's Queen Bee. She's making all the decisions. She's the one that's going to blame everybody else for her F-ups. It's not her fault. She groomed him. She groomity-doomed. She groomity-doomed him into groomed him. And that's unfortunate because he still has it going on. Yeah. He used to have it going on. He was a prince. He was fine. Hello, Cyrus.
Even juicier. Rumors are swirling about a divorce memoir. Yes, you heard that right. Apparently, Meghan's camp has been testing the waters with publishers, quietly exploring just how much her hairy tell-all could fetch. Imagine the woman who gave us the Oprah interview coming back with a divorce bombshell. Netflix executives would be falling over themselves to sign the deal. But let's step back for a second. This isn't just about Harry and Meghan's marriage. It's about the catastrophe that the Centabal scandal has become. And the whispers coming out of Montecito, explosive. Insiders claim the silence isn't accidental. It's strategic. Meghan's carefully cultivated Hollywood brand can't afford Harry's mess. Once upon a time, he was the golden prince who elevated her, made her relevant on a global stage. Now, he's a liability, damaged goods. And here's where it gets even juicier. Rumors are swirling about a divorce memoir. Yes, you heard that right. Apparently, Meghan's camp has been testing the waters with publishers, quietly exploring just how much her hairy tell-all could fetch. Imagine the woman who gave us the Oprah interview coming back with a divorce bombshell. Netflix executives would be falling over themselves to sign the deal. But let's step back for a second. This isn't just about Harry and Meghan's marriage, it's about the catastrophe that the Centabal scandal has become. And the whispers coming out of Montecito, explosive. Insiders claim the silence isn't accidental. It's strategic. Meghan's carefully cultivated Hollywood brand can't afford Harry's mess. Once upon a time, he was the golden prince who marriage under stress. This feels like a calculated move, a deliberate abandonment that exposes Meghan's true priorities. Even royal historian Dr. Tessa Dunlop, once sympathetic to the Sussexes, has broken ranks. She didn't hold back. Her words have set royal circles ablaze. Dunlop is calling out Meghan's silence, branding it what everyone else is too scared to say: betrayal. The same Meghan who pushed Harry to burn every bridge to his family. Here's the cruel irony. The man who once risked everything to defend Meghan, who broke royal protocol, burned bridges with his own family, and went to war against the press, now finds himself utterly alone. And Meghan, she's busy flaunting Netflix deals and selling lifestyle products as if her husband's world isn't in flames. This isn't just a marriage.
He's all alone. While she's doing her Netflix deals, her 2025 in the sand, her all her endeavors and all that she's gonna do. She's not doing anything now. She's not. She's done filming.
Under stress. This feels like a calculated move, A deliberate abandonment that exposes Meghan's true priorities. Even royal historian Dr. Tessa Dunlop, once sympathetic to the Sussexes, has broken ranks. She didn't hold back. Her words have set royal circles ablaze. Dunlop is calling out Meghan's silence, branding it what everyone else is too scared to say: betrayal. The same Meghan who pushed Harry to burn every bridge to his family. Here's the cruel irony: the man who once risked everything to defend Meghan, who broke...
She can't even hide her behavior. You know what I'm saying? She can't even hide the behavior, the nasty behavior that she does. She can't even hide it. It's really, really mind-blowing. Okay, guys, I think I got one more video.
It seems to be more about the attention. If the attention isn't exactly on her, or if Harry's taking too much attention away, or right here where her mother is trying to answer a question, she gets really mad. See, she can't even hide it. She has to glare. Mask slips. There you go. This is one. To me, it seems to be more about the attention. If the attention isn't exactly on her, or if Harry's taking too much attention away, or right here where her mother is trying to answer a question, she gets really mad. See, she can't even hide it. She has to glare. Mask slips. There you go. This is one. To me, it seems to be more about the attention. If the attention isn't exactly on her, or if Harry's taking too much attention away, or right here where her mother is trying to answer a question,
This is her
she gets
moment.
really mad. See, she can't even hide it. She has to glare. Mask slips. There you go. This is one. To me, it seems to be more about the attention. If the attention isn't exactly on her, or if Harry's taking too much attention away, or right here where her mother is trying to answer a question, she gets really mad. See, she can't even hide it. She has to glare. Mask slips. There you go. This is one. To me, it seems to be more about the attention. If the attention isn't exactly on her, or if Harry's taking too much attention away, or right here where her mother is trying to answer a question, she gets really mad. See, she can't even hide it. She has to glare. Mask slips. There you go. This is one. To me, it seems to be more about the attention. If the attention isn't exactly on her, or if Harry's taking too much attention away, or right here where her mother is trying.
Well, guys, did you enjoy the show? Put a 1 in the chat if you enjoyed yourself. Let me see whose comment of the live. That's Loki in the stank fog.
Lady Leticia, Leticia, Lady Leticia, Lady Leticia.
Okay, I'm gonna go with CC on this one. And let me see, is CC here? CC, are you here? If not, I'm going to give it to Natasha. Natasha, you are the winner. Your comment is the winner. Haha, she expected us Brits to kiss her ASSS, and we didn't. And you also had another one, I think. Your comment is the comment of the day. And Cece is not here, so we're passing it to Natasha. Cece also had a good one. That's Loki in the stank fog. We were talking about Pigpen, I believe. Pigpen, from Charlie Brown. I thought that was way fun. Yes, that's right, Natasha. She took Harry. They're both traitors to their family and country. That is true. She did groom him. Meghan's a little ahead of him. All right, lovely people, listen. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll come back later on tonight maybe and do another segment. If you said you enjoyed the show, so you put a 1 there, that makes me feel really good. Those that are in the bushes and those that are also in the replay game, please hit the like button and share the live. And let's help grow my channel. And any suggestions to help grow it would help too. I'm trying to branch out and do different topics. It's fun. We did touch on love today. The subject love, dating, and companionship. So that was pretty fun. And maybe we'll have more impromptu conversations that you guys like to chit chat about. Hopefully, just leave suggestions in the suggestion box, and I'll do what I can to speak on it. Like if there is a topic you want to discuss or talk about, or anything. Like the other day, we did Jussie Smollett. He's got a documentary coming out on Netflix. He has gained himself a whole Netflix show. So I want to thank my mod, Demon Dictator, for your hard work and always being so kind to those in the chat. Thank you for engaging. It really means a lot to me. Thank you, Snowdrop, Kamori, and whoever else I haven't mentioned, Mod, Doodoo Bird as well. Thank you guys. And I'll see you. Hopefully you guys will come back later and we can hang out again. How about that? All right. Your phone died, Ziggy Lee. Your content is good, doing all new stuff in entertainment and fashion show and makeup. It's all good. Thank you. Thank you, Natasha. I feel like when I lose this weight, we're going to do another fashion show. Try on clothes. I'm going to buy clothes again and see how they fit. Oh, thank you so much, Linda. Mwah. Thank you for the compliment. Well, guys, I want to say goodbye to you. Bye, Linda. Bye, Natasha. Bye, Chick with the Crown. Oh, great. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Awesome. Good night, Demon Dictator. Good night, Cyrus. Good night, Highly Sensitive. Good night, Natasha. Or just goodbye. Till next time. Bye, Demon Dictator. Goodbye, Highly Sensitive Introvert. Natasha, Ziggy Lee, Chick with the Crown. And I will see all you lovely people soon and very soon. Bye-bye.